Okay, is my dog going to town on himself behind me?
Yeah.
Check. Foster. Foster. Thank you. I hid some Skittles up there. Here we go. And
up his ass?
It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
It is showtime, folks. Just like that old-timey creep just yelled at our faces. Welcome once again to the Saturday Matinee from TrueStory.fm, our weekly show where True Story hosts gather to talk about news, reviews, new trailers, play a game that might actually work this time, and the hotly debated weekly list challenge. I'm Tommy Metz III, a.k.a. the King of Diminishing Returns, and oh, folks, you have heard of a dream team in regards to sports, but is there such a thing as a dream team in the hallowed halls of podcasting? If you guessed yes, then you were absolutely correct and will be rewarded in due course. For, with me on this early Saturday morning, oh, so early, is a dame, a broad made up of equal parts gumption, moxie, and gin. Please put your mitts together for the one, the only Mandy Kaplan.
I prefer the word mall.
Mall.
I'm a real gangster's mall.
You're a real gangster's mall. And now beat feet over to the podcasting daddy-o who's got $1 million yapper and the caboose to match. It's the podcasting hepcat himself, Pete Wright.
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
He prefers mall.
He prefers mall too.
Yeah.
That switching around of the cameras is incredibly distracting. Please don't
Keep
do
it
that
up,
anymore.
Pete. Keep it up.
I am producing
I don't
for
like it.
live stream.
Yes.
Okay, got
You
it.
got to cut, man. Go camera 2.
How are we this fine Saturday morning? Sat Matters. How are y'all doing?
I have a delightful recommendation for everybody.
Oh.
Men, women, and
outstanding.
children.
Okay.
I was on a flight and I saw Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys have both seen it?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
I saw it when it came out in the theater.
So good.
Oh my God. It's like a slice of apple pie. Like it is
Yeah.
just heartwarming and funny. You know how funny pie is. And but I laughed so much. And then Casey looked over. He's like, "Are you crying at a cartoon shell with shoes on?" And I was like,
Oh, I
"No,
didn't know
no,
I
I'm not
was."
crying. I'm not crying." It was so. I have a friend in crisis who was like, "I just need to get my mind off my crisis." And I was like, "I will help you right now. Rent this
Wow.
movie." And they did. And they called me 2 hours later and they were like, "Thank you so much. It's calming
that's great.
and sweet." Okay. So that is available on Amazon.
And have you seen the shorts that she's done?
I had seen little clips and I knew
Okay.
I liked, I knew I wanted to see the movie and
Yeah.
an airplane is a perfect place for it.
Right.
And it was just, I can't
It's
stop
on-
thinking about it and talking about it.
Amazon
Yeah.
Prime?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
You didn't
or
have
you
to
buy
rent
it
it.
on Amazon.
Got
The
it.
saddest part about that movie for me is just yet again, like when you know what it did, like the movie took many years for them
8
to actually
years.
make as a movie, and it broke up their marriage. Like he was her husband was a cinematographer and not anymore husband.
Oh.
And that just is like, that is such an amazing bit of output to have destroyed a relationship. And that's
Right.
that makes me really sad.
Right. But I heard her interviewed on Smartless and
Yeah.
they sound amicable and they're so proud of Marcel and they just,
Oh, totally.
So
Yeah.
I just, it's a completely winning, adorable movie. And I'm done talking.
It is really fascinating, though, how quickly it must have you in a very liminal space emotionally, because it's just all fun and great. But you're teed up to get emotional. You're teed up to in ways that I never see coming. And I'm talking even just about
Yeah.
the shorts,
Mhm.
when every
sure.
once in a while she's just doing all of these one-liners. And then all of a sudden she'll say, "My one wish in life is to own a dog."
Yeah.
And it just and that scene just sort of
Ugh.
ends and you're like, ouch. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
But then she said, or he said at one point, and in one of those shorts, "I saw a guy eat a whole grape once. No one believes me, but I've seen it."
So cute.
It's like, oh
good.
God,
Yeah.
a whole
Adorable.
grape. Just the
Yeah.
phrase, a whole grape. Oh,
Fantastic.
Peter, how about you?
Yeah. Well, it's not very entertaining but I feel like this is going to be the last time I'm allowed to talk about this because the show, I finished the show. I feel like I've talked about it every time I've been on for the last 6 weeks, and it is The Peripheral, the
Yep.
William Gibson. I did finish it. The final episode came out and I watched the end of it, and I can say with great enthusiasm that I did not hate the ending.
Oh, good.
at all. Yeah, I thought it was really fun, and I am looking forward to whatever they do next. Again, it was a departure from the book, and that's a great thing. I don't know how they're going to do multiple seasons of it, but Agency is the sequel in this trilogy. It's in the same universe, but very different characters. I mean, they could spin it off that way. Anyway, it was really fun, and I love just how the universe works, and I am such a huge fan of Gibson's work. I'm so glad we finally have a really solid adaptation, and I did hear on Mastodon that it looks like they have already cast Neuromancer for Neuromancer.
Wow.
And they're making a series out of that. So I think that's fantastic. And
why the
risky.
sudden interest in Gibson, do you think? Did the rights just change, or did things become...
No, I don't know. I mean, I think he's still pretty involved in that stuff. And so, could just be finally the creative juice has come around, or maybe he just wanted a paycheck, or, who knows? But part of it, I think, has been so challenging that, I mean, you remember Johnny Mnemonic. I think I'm the only one who loved Johnny Mnemonic, and I also loved the book. And so those things haven't always been great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think series television right now, or series small screen, is now great. Some of the best stuff is happening in serial form. And, reference Slow Horses. Season 2 just came out. Fantastic. Gary Oldman is amazing. Episode 3, I think, is just dropping. It's wonderful. So I think it might just be time to do some of these more complicated stories from future tech. It works. I mean, The Peripheral is a great sign that it just works. The tech works. They know how to act with it now. Like, it's better than it's ever been. So they built believable worlds. Mm-hmm. Even for you, Tom.
Even for me, I watched the first 2 episodes, and it really got me. I have not watched any more because I'm me, but I will watch them once I get done with The Good Fight on Paramount Plus, because I got a free month of it.
How many seasons is The Good Fight? 17?
I've watched every single one when it comes out, and so I just have to watch the last final one. It's like 6.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not going to be like a long time. I'm have 3 episodes left.
Good.
Well, to switch from what we've seen to what we have not seen, I am getting interested in a movie that I thought I didn't have any interest in, because the initial reviews, the embargo hasn't been lifted yet, but the reviews are through the roof for Avatar: Water Time Wet Blue People. And everyone, I mean, all of those same cliches of never bet against Cameron. Everyone's like, stop betting against Cameron. It's like, they're like, it is so much bigger and better. He has addressed the problems from the first one. It's super emotional. Sigourney Weaver's somehow in it, even though she didn't make it out of the first one. So I don't know how that works. She must be someone's voice. But are you guys interested in it?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, yeah.
You said no? Start with Mandy. Did you see the first one?
No.
Really? Not even?
Really?
Even though it's the biggest movie? Okay. Because I saw the first one in the theaters, and I was like, this isn't good, but I'm loving this experience.
Yes.
Because it was such the best 3D, and it was just kind of magical, and then filled with a bunch of things I didn't care about. Mm-hmm. And then when I heard that Cameron was going to be devoting so much of his life to this, I was so upset. But now I'm going to go see it with my parents. My dad asked, he's like, hey, are you going to see Avatar? Because you're coming home for Christmas. And I was like, so we're all going to go, which will be great because I can see my mom get
sounds weirdly like Pee Wee Herman, but okay.
A little bit.
Yeah, you've never seen them both in the same room. It's going to be great because I love seeing my mom get visibly nauseous in theaters. And it already looks like there's so much swooping around. Like, she can't handle POV swooping and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's going to be rough. So it's going to be a real Dramamine Christmas. But so Mandy, you have no interest because it's just a bunch of fake things, super sci-fi, all that
absolutely.
stuff.
And the trailer, which I've sat through several times going to see other movies, just it is nothing but boring to me.
Yeah. Pete?
Well, so Avatar, I'm right with you on your experience with Avatar. It was not good. It was so just predictable and tropey. And also, I loved my experience watching it.
Yeah.
I haven't gone back to the well on it very often. I've watched it with my kids once or twice, but like, it's not a movie that really attached to our kind of family microculture. And I never found any like fandom for it. Like, I never went like, what the hell are their names? Who knows what their names are? Like I know when they said unobtainium, I checked right out. Like that was the stupidest thing that they could have words just like made up stupid words. And so I really struggled with that. And yet it was glorious. The 3D is still it's still the best 3D I've ever seen. It was magnificent. So, you know, to like I can't think right off. I mean, can you think right off the top of your head a James Cameron movie that you haven't had that experience with? Like whether or not you like it as a film, that you had a good experience watching it.
I've only seen one James Cameron movie.
Really? Wait, I want to guess which one.
Yeah.
How many True Lies?
Oh, no, I've seen True Lies, so I've seen 2.
Okay.
2. Okay.
Terminator 2? What do you think, Pete?
Of course.
Idiot. Sorry.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Fall off.
And I loved it. Yeah.
Same thing with just Aliens and T2. Like what he does to move filmmaking forward is extraordinary. So of course I'm going to see it. And I heard Sigourney Weaver talking about it on the aforementioned Smartless, and to hear her talk about the act of making that movie, they did the second and third one together,
right? And
she'll go back in like 3 years and make the fourth and fifth one, which should come out in like 2028 and 2030, something like that. Like it is ridiculous what they're committing to, but everybody's on board with the spectacle that is this movie, and so I am too.
I'm excited for the theater experience. To your point, Pete, to my point, I tried to later watch it on HBO with no 3D, and I haven't been able to get through it.
Well, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. But I would say even movies like Alita Battle Angel is one of the more recent ones.
I saw that.
The non-thing that he was into. And I thought it was extraordinarily beautiful. Didn't really attach to it for me. Like it didn't take. But it was a great experience watching the movie in the theater. So
I have not recognized one title that Pete has brought up for the past 15 minutes. I thought we were recording in English today. So that's my bad.
Yeah. That's going to be really hard because the game we're playing is James Cameron trivia. So Mandy, I wish you a lot of luck.
I know something about which wife he left for which girlfriend. So I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you would like to bring up just in the top of the show, or should we move on to trailers?
Oh, let's. Well, okay. There's just one thing, one little thing.
Okay,
and that is I saw the CBS Sunday Morning did a profile on Brendan Fraser this week.
Oh,
you are saying it correctly, aren't you, Fraser?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I say?
It sounded like a Fraser, and I get real prickly about that.
Oops, I've been saying Fraser my entire life.
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser Crane. Got it.
I don't even know what just happened. I may have totally screwed it up, and now the word means nothing to me.
Don't worry, Pete. You got that million sound. You still got that $1 million caboose. All right,
somatic satiation. So it was just I was so moved by seeing him today and hearing him tell his story about where the hell he's been. And reminding myself how important he was to me at that time of The Mummy as an action hero who was a normal guy. And I just found myself reflecting on like the stereotypes, the tropes of action heroes now, and how they are 100% unrelatable to me. Like I can't relate at all. I can't put myself at all in the shoes of Tom Cruise, of any of The Rock, of any of the muscle-bound goons.
John C. Reilly. I can.
Yeah, Mandy.
Why not?
Yeah.
I just find it so fascinating that there were these actors like Brendan Fraser, Brendan, who are who were so human and relatable as like a male role model when I was 20. Like it was just really interesting to me to go back and hear him talk about those kinds of things. And of course with the whale coming up, which is it out yet? I don't know. The whale.
I don't think so. And unfortunately, I just saw a dear friend is one of the lead editors on Entertainment Weekly, Patrick Gomez,
Yeah.
and he did his top 5 and worst 5 movies of the year, and The Whale made his worst 5.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's
And
controversial.
He said Brendan Fraser is brilliant, and it's a heartbreaking performance in a really unwatchable Darren Aronofsky mess. And I was like, yep, that makes sense.
Okay, so let me pivot on that, Mandy, because you dropped Aronofsky, and that was another one I was thinking about because we have been watching the documentary, the National Geographic documentary Limitless with Chris Hemsworth, which is directed, and the filmmaker is Darren Aronofsky of this 6-part thing, and it's one of those things. I don't think you'd jive with it really at all because there's a lot of goofiness in it about pushing your brain and body and cold showers, and I fast a lot, but it is so beautifully shot. Like, it is gorgeous what they capture. So it's kind of mesmerizing if you get over the goofy stuff they're doing with Chris Hemsworth. He's great and authentic, and it's fun, but they've collapsed a year into 6 hours that make it kind of like unwatchable in many respects. If you aren't jiving with the camera, it's kind of hard to get through. So
I'm the only Aronofsky head in this group.
Oh yes.
Right. In the world, I think. People just criticize him.
I know. I'm such a fan, though. He
Oh,
has
what is your
two
top?
of my favorite movies of all time.
That's problematic. You're the problem.
If you say Mother.
Requiem for a Dream and Mother. Mother was my favorite movie of that year. I
Didn't
own it and I watched it.
Hate that movie? I've never
Everybody
seen it.
did. Not everybody. Like JJ loves it. Like, we have friends that love it. Darnell loves it.
Okay.
But I saw it twice in the theater by myself. I thought it was incredible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you on Requiem,
but I am on
another one I don't watch. But I thought it was one of those filmmaking experience that was it was incredible to watch, and I don't need to ever watch it again.
Yeah.
I watch it every year. I'm such a weirdo. I think I just like really depressing things. I listen to the score sometimes when I'm walking Foster and doing heroin. All right.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you, Brendan Fraser. Good luck, Darren Aronofsky. I still love you. And let's head on over to trailers. Mandy, theme song.
Trailers.
Good. And after that theme song, you came in first with might be my favorite trailer I've ever seen in my life. Please take it away.
Best title.
Yes.
So picture it. Kentucky, 1985. True story. A guy is a lawyer and a paratrooper, which he abandons to become a drug smuggler. And he jumps out of a plane and dies, leaving 75 pounds worth of cocaine sprawled everywhere. A bear gets into it and ODs on cocaine. This movie is called Cocaine Bear.
Medic! Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Beth, we should go.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it out. Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
A lot of cocaine was lost. I need you to go and get it.
No, don't eat that, don't eat that. Let's see what kind of effect that has on
The trailer itself is really worth a watch because it is very confusing in terms of genre. Mm-hmm. Is it a horror film? Is it a thriller? Is it a comedy? Right. It's like all of those things wrapped up in one. It's directed by Elizabeth Banks, who I have faith in.
Oh, I didn't know that. She's got a pretty good track record, and a good track record for like straddling genres sometimes.
And offbeat stuff. Carrie Russell's in it. It just...
Was that Ray Liotta also?
Yeah.
I guess
Ray Liotta.
This would be his last film, I guess. Wow.
This would have been it, right?
I thought you said, was that really Yoda? And I was like,
that
Tommy,
really Baby Yoda?
Yoda,
Tommy,
the baby bear.
Yoda's not real.
Yeah.
So
You guys know I'm microdosing, right? Okay.
I'm fascinated. I don't necessarily think it looks good, but it could be a really fun popcorn movie. But best title ever. What'd you guys think?
I loved it. I was surprised it didn't get some sort of like a red band warning. The trailer is both very gory and is filled with expletives. Usually we have to guard people from those. So I don't know how they snuck that through. But other than that, no, it looks exactly like the kind of movie that I want to go see in the theater. I think it looks really fun and it's really leaning into it, which is
We
important.
have not seen a movie together in the theater since In and Out, I think. Inside Out.
Inside Out, correct.
So I think we should follow up with Cocaine Bear.
Only if we can bring your son Casey.
Oh yeah, he loves a cocaine bear. I told him about it.
It's just too sad. Yeah. Pete, what did you think?
No, of course. I loved it, and I've been sending it to everybody I know. Like the trailer is just fantastic. And what I don't know is just how, like, it's based on true events, but is it one of those where like the true event is there were some guys in the woods and they saw a bear and thought it would be funny if that bear ate a bunch of cocaine, or was it like a real legit like true
No,
story?
I just told the story, but I think
Like,
the bear
that was
just
true
OD'd.
story?
They found a dead bear next to the cocaine, and they did like a tox report on it. And
Oh.
it had ingested pounds of cocaine.
I understand now.
So I
Okay.
think this is the.
They've
but
extrapolated,
what happened between it eating the cocaine and dying?
Right.
And this is its reign of terror. Yeah.
It's possible that couldn't be more perfect.
Right.
Like that's how you do a based on a true story. I like that a lot. And the cast, I cannot believe, like, this is one of those, like, I have to imagine as an actor, it's like a Gold Rush movie. Like, right? Like, don't you hear Cocaine Bear and think, oh, I would have auditioned for that if
Right.
I had had a chance.
Yeah.
If I
Sure.
knew it was there, I
Sure.
would have wanted to be in that movie. And that's why Kerry Russell and Alden Ehrenreich and Ray Liotta are in this movie. Like,
I am
it's
already
fantastic.
imagining a sequel, if you guys are on board to write it with me. Cocaine Baby.
Is it like
What
a
would
look who's
happen if a
talking?
baby
The
ingested
problem
interesting.
is that would be a Darren Aronofsky movie.
I hope there's a scene where the bear is like pacing back and forth all sweaty in a bathroom, like talking way too fast.
and like
That's all I
calling
know about
Hollywood and
cocaine.
making deals.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Why don't we just
Matthew
make it ourselves?
McConaughey.
Why don't we just make it ourselves? Yeah, just like just saying that over and over again. Great trailer, great movie.
When
if
can
you
I
were-
see it?
Oh yeah, when can you see it?
I'm going to get right back to you after Tommy does his.
So here's mine. It is an HBO show, and I'm happy because it's an HBO prestige sort of program that I'm actually very excited about and does not involve dragons. Ladies and gentlemen, this is based on one of my favorite video games of all time, The Last of Us.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. You keep going for family.
I'm not family.
No. You're cargo.
Why are you so important?
Somewhere out west, they're working on a cure. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
If she so much as twitches,
It's okay.
I'm taking you with me. Do what I say when I say it. You got any advice on the best way west?
Yeah, go east. You've come this far, and you know what's out there.
You're not gonna scare us.
Scared him?
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Be careful who you put your faith in.
You might not be her
her father. She was someone's.
You trust me?
Pete, have you by chance played? I'm not going to ask Mandy. Have you by chance played The Last of Us?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Not, of course.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah.
I've
It's an
played
extraordinary
Scrabble.
story.
It's the Scrabble of zombie grossness.
Okay.
The Last of Us is a remarkable game where you pretty much the plot is there has been an apocalypse because people have a real case of the head bleedies, and a guy is trying to help a young girl who might have these ability to save the world across this incredibly dangerous landscape filled with monsters in order to get her to the fix-it machine. And the game was remarkable because of the amount of empathy and sympathy you had for the characters. You spent like the first 2 hours just walking through the woods talking, and it made you so connected to these people. I think the cast is really interesting, and I know this probably wouldn't be for Mandy at all, but I'm really excited to see what they do with this.
I am curious, Tom, what you think of the casting of Bella Ramsey as.
Is that the
what's her
girl?
name? Yeah.
Interesting, because the game was famously based on what's her name? Elliot
Page.
Elliot Page.
Yes.
I mean, it looked exactly like him back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it is a little jarring to see this not as cute sort of girl, or at least not being Elliot Page. So do I know her from something?
Well, she has a lot of baggage. She was Lyanna Mormont in Game of Thrones.
Fraser. Okay.
Fraser.
Oh,
Fraser.
is that the one that got burned?
Right. And she was in His Dark Materials, the HBO show, as the character Angelica.
Okay.
Big fan. But she's had a lot of work. I mean, she's
12.
working a
That's
bunch
not fair.
for. I know. Right. And so she's also in Cocaine Bear, and she's Brendan Fraser.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. So anyway, I thought it was really interesting, and I found it jarring because I had an expectation of what that face should look like.
Right. This is not quite it.
Yeah, it's just wasn't quite there. I absolutely love that they put Pedro Pascal in there.
Yep.
I think it's fantastic. He's so good. So I mean, it's just that is perfect casting for Joel. So it looks great. I'm really excited. This of a video game adaptation.
Right.
This feels like such a natural for series television.
Yes, very much so. And you do not say that very often.
No,
you don't in particular. I mean,
I don't. This may be the first time.
Pete, you say that all the time. Okay. Pete, why don't you take us away with your trailer?
Well, I love that Mandy picked Cocaine Bear, and I decided I wanted to stay on theme for our list today. And so I picked a movie that, I don't know, it's Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Is there more setup I can do there? I don't know what to make of it.
Of all the threats, from both your past and future, you've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
It's Transformers. So I was a Transformers kid. When I was a kid, I had all the Transformers, and I had battles, wars. They fought in my room with the G.I. Joes, and I lit my bedspread on fire once because Snake Eyes and Optimus Prime were in a big fight. And
you, sir, are more
they
than
lit a
meets
match.
the eye.
I am exactly that. I'm exactly that was actually my tagline. Is exactly what meets the eye is Pete. And so I was a big fan. But the Beast Wars,
just what you'd expect.
the Beast Wars that was after I had aged out of Transformers.
Oh, so this is a real thing. This Beast thing. I'm not familiar with it at all.
It's all based on a true story, Tommy.
It's all a true story.
I was a GoBots kid, so I know very little about any of this stuff.
You were a GoBots kid.
Isn't that a knockoff brand?
Yeah. We weren't
Wow.
always.
That surprises me about
We
you.
weren't always sipping champagne and eating caviar.
That explains your love of Shasta.
It is. So this is another thing. It is Michael Bay, sort of Michael Bay adjacent. The director credit is Stephen Cable Jr. But Michael Bay is, I think, also gets a director credit. It's just not on IMDb.
Oh, yeah.
But Creed 2. I was a huge fan of Creed 2. Like, it is a fantastic.
What does Creed 2
movie.
have to do with this?
Stephen Cable Jr. directed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting progression, directorial progression.
I still don't know any of the words coming out of Pete's mouth.
I feel like this is one that is all of the Michael Bay ingredients, all of the toy Transformer robot CG stuff, fake things, absolutely throwing things at fake things. But is it going to be just another Transformers movie, or might there be just a dose of heart? Might there be a World of Warcraft hidden in there somewhere?
Well, the heart one was Bumblebee when it was taken out of Michael Bay's claws and given to someone else. And I didn't see it, but I know people that did, and they said it was really good. And you could tell from the trailer it was something different. From this trailer, it looks like the exact same movies again.
Have we not seen this trailer and this movie before? Have we not?
Well, he said, Bay said years ago, he said, I think I have 8 in me. I think I have 8 Transformers movies in me. So there is still something
take
really
something for that.
Right.
You shouldn't have 8 in you. Ugh.
But see, it's so interesting. It's so interesting that you mention the Bumblebee, because Bumblebee was directed by Travis Knight.
Right.
And Travis Knight is Kubo and the Two Strings. It's a controversial figure here in Portland of the Phil Knight family and Leica. It's tricky navigating the creative political landscape here, but it really did. It had that same sort of feeling that Kubo, I think, had, and I really enjoyed that. So this could be, it could be something. What I saw in this trailer was messy.
Yeah.
Except it does feature Anthony Ramos, which
That's
I think
cool.
is fantastic. And I want him to become a massive movie star. I think he can do it. So
yeah.
So you're going to see this right after The Last of Us?
Double feature.
Yeah.
I might do them picture in picture.
You could.
Like,
I'm going to listen to the
when I
audio
watch
of
football,
one.
I do like the red zone.
Yep.
And I might red zone all 6 episodes of The Last of Us with Transformers in the middle.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well,
when does it come
Michelle
out so I can
Yeoh,
not
Pete
go
Davidson, Pete Davidson, Peter Dinklage, Ron Perlman, Peter Cullen. Like it's a cast of they got all the people who want their name on a big tentpole thing. When does it come out? 2023 sometime.
Great.
And Cocaine Bear comes out February 24th, 2023.
And The Last of Us, I still haven't looked it up, but I'll get back to you next
January
week.
on HBO.
Okay.
Transformers is June 9.
Oh, I thought on The Last of Us it said January HBO.
Good.
Last of Us is January. That's right. Okay. Transformers is June.
Good. No one wants to know when Transformers is coming.
Tommy and I will live stream from the theater as we watch Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
And hopefully eat Cheetos popcorn.
Outstanding.
Okay, I'm in. All right. Well, with that, get those trailers out of here, because now it's time to play a game. Mandy, where's that theme song?
Games.
All right. So this game might work. It took very little time to put together, and there's a chance that you guys have played this on another episode. I have no idea. But I'm calling it What They In. And in What They In, you're going to go back and forth. I have picked 3 different actors and actresses. And we're going see, Mandy, you got your trailer in first, so you will go first. And you're going to name any movie that this actor or actress is in. And then Pete. And then Mandy, and then Pete, and it just goes back and forth. So it's not the movie game
of just the one,
that one actor. So it's not the movie game. You're not switching to different people. You're just seeing how many you can get, and then we'll just sort of feel it out for time of like, look, I got to call it, kind of a thing. Okay.
And we can just go to IMDb and read, right?
100%. Yes. No.
Okay.
This is honor.
Is that not okay?
This is not okay. This is honor system. Also, it needs to be some rules. It needs to be a physical presence. It can't just be a voice and no TV. It has to be an actual film.
I
Got
like
it?
when Tommy lays down the law.
He
Don't
really
ya?
does.
I
He
really
really
do.
does. Yeah. He's
Well,
kind
this-
of authoritarian games master.
This first one has been in some movies, so I think it might go on for
good.
a little bit. We'll see. With over 140 credits, I would like you to start, Mandy, with Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
I mean, I can.
You cannot
I
already be
can
frozen.
see him. I'm not frozen, but I'm also
I'm sorry,
strategizing. Like, what will
I see.
Pete know, and what will he say first? And
Sure. It's sort of more, I think this game is more quantity versus quality, but I could be wrong.
and I can't think of the name of the movie I just watched with him. So I will say, Bruce Almighty.
Oh, he was God?
Yep.
He was God.
He was God. I will say, what was the one where everything falls down and he's the president? Push him in a boat, out of the boat. Was that Angel? Angel has fallen.
Incorrect.
Is that it?
Incorrect. You
I
can.
win.
Well, no, I'll let you go one more time.
No. Wait a minute.
I don't
You're
believe-
telling me Morgan Freeman was not in Angel Has Fallen. Please check that.
Okay, hold on, because I know he was in Olympus Has Fallen. What's Angel Has Fallen?
The next one. I
Oh,
think
really?
it was the one where he was in a boat and they had the drones flying
is getting
around and they
salty.
dive bombed him.
Angel
I
Has
just watched
Fallen.
these.
Yes, you're right. It was not the next one. The next one was London Has Fallen, but you're right. He
Oh.
was in Angel Has Fallen.
Angel was the third one then?
Correct. My apologies.
Okay.
It came out in 2019. Mandy, to you.
Glory.
Correct. Pete.
Now You See Me.
Correct. Mandy.
Or yes.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Correct. Pete.
Can I say London Has Fallen?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
But then Mandy, you can say Now You See Me too.
Okay, now you see me too.
All right, now we're back even. Pete.
I don't know why I go to one of my most hated movies, Lucy.
Correct. Wow. Deep cut.
Hate that movie.
Is that where she turns into a thumb drive?
Yeah.
Okay. Mandy.
Yeah, it is thumb drive. Mm-hmm. Stupid.
There's a movie that I just watched for work with Michael Caine, and they rob a bank, and I cannot think of the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, you know the name of it, Pete?
Does that mean it's over if I can steal it?
Well, can you name another one, Mandy? Another Morgan Freeman, or are you just stuck on that one?
I feel like I'm stuck on that one. No, I can name another Morgan Freeman movie. Morgan Freeman. He's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Not Morgan Fairchild, right?
No,
you want Morgan Freeman. Mhm,
You are
mhm,
stalling.
mhm. No, Tommy, I resent that. Was he in The Unforgiven?
Just Unforgiven. Yes, he was. Very good. Pete.
I would not have gotten this movie if it weren't for Mandy. It's Going in Style.
Going in Style,
Going
directed
in
by Zach
Style.
Braff.
Correct.
I never would have come up with that on my own.
The long history of heist movies involving old men that no one goes to see.
Right.
Mandy, you're up.
Yep.
Oh, are we coming to the end?
I feel like I am, which is so sad.
That's okay. The final step is then, Pete, you need to name one more.
Of course I do. And it would be the Dark Knight.
There we go. We had all the Batmans. You had 7. You had a bunch of things. You guys did good. Okay. So then, Pete, you have 1. Mandy, you have
we
0.
didn't say 7.
Wait, what's the movie
How
with
did we not say 7?
not Gone Baby Gone? Is that the one? The Ben Affleck movie?
Yep. Gone
should've
Baby
said that.
Gone,
That was
Million
so
Dollar
good.
Baby, all the Batman
I've heard
movies.
of some of these. Yeah.
Yeah. He was also Wanted, The Code. It's too many. Okay, great. So now we're going to switch. You are going to go first, Pete.
Pete? Okay.
And
hate going first.
And I think maybe this might tie it up.
Is it
Is it Sandy B?
What's her name?
No, I definitely did not do Sandra Bullock. But
Okay.
in that vein, Julia Roberts. Pete. I think it's easier than
Julia Roberts was in the one where she played a prostitute on a balcony, and it was Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman. Is
Mandy.
that the one? Thank God.
Mystic Pizza.
Correct.
Oh, for crying out loud, that was so fast. It was the movie where she went.
That was Pretty
That's
Woman.
every movie.
Same movie.
That's every
Oh,
movie.
got it.
She does
Okay.
that in every movie. How about Aaron Brockovich?
Steel
Good.
Magnolias.
Steel Magnolias to Pete.
Give me just a second. What have we done any on the film board ever? Oh, totally have one. Family favorite Wonder. Adaptation of the
movie.
book with
I never saw
Owen
that.
Wilson. So good. God, it was great.
Oh, it's amazing. Pelican Brief.
Ugh, I'm laughing like a creep.
I just what was the one where Clive Owen, was she in something with Clive Owen? Was it the
probably?
What am I thinking? I'm thinking of Duplicity. Was Clive Owen in Duplicity? Was she in that with him? Were
Yes.
they both in that movie together?
Yes,
Whoa.
correct. Duplicity. Mando.
Dope.
Dying Young.
Oof.
What?
That's a funny
Made
one.
that movie up. What
Nope,
is
it's
that?
real. Pete.
She was in a what was the one where she found the body in the dumpster? That was terrible. It was a remake of a movie that Andy and I did on the show, and it was so sad. And that when it was something in the ojos, the secret in their eyes. She was a detective.
Yes, that is
and-
correct. I've never heard of it, but yes, Secret in Their
Yes.
Eyes, 2015. Mando.
Sleeping with the Enemy.
Correct. Pete.
I know. I love that one.
Who plays the guy? Who's the enemy in that? Who are we? Do you remember?
It's not Billy Campbell because he's the one in Enough, which is the same movie.
Got it.
I can't think of it.
Okay. Oh,
Ocean's 11.
I was wondering if we were going to get to any of the. Yeah. Okay. Good.
God. Oh, there was that whole round in the
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, there was a whole round. I think I might have a couple more in me.
Okay, Mandy.
Oh shoot, you do. America's Sweethearts.
Correct. Pete.
Okay, so I think we could go all of the oceans, right? Ocean's 12. She's
There
in
should have
Ocean's
been
12, right? A little bit.
There should have been a rule, Tommy. I gotta say.
No,
about
because
just
you're allowed to
naming
say Ocean's
sequels.
13. It always ends up. There are always trilogies.
Yeah,
so
there's
it
always a
always
balance.
comes
But I don't
out
think
this
she's
way.
in it. Is she?
Yes, yes.
In the 13 one?
I thought she was. She is not.
Oh, so I got Ocean's 12.
I'm
and
so
that's your
sorry.
loss, is what we're saying, competitively
That was your
speaking.
loss. So, Mandy, it's your turn.
Mhm.
My apologies.
Stepmom.
I'll take your word
Don't
for
know
it
what
while I
that
look it
is.
up.
Don't know what that is. Notting Hill.
Nice.
Oh, really good one.
They came out 1 year apart. Great fact, Tom. Keep it up. Feel free to keep chiming in.
There's one that's out now with George
Correct.
Clooney, and I can't think of the name of it.
Correct. But it's doing very well
It is?
for a romantic comedy with old people. Yeah.
It looks awful. Paradise. One Way Ticket to Paradise.
I'll give it to you.
What?
It's Ticket to Paradise.
Ticket to Paradise.
Correct. Mando. Nope.
No.
Mando. Good job. Pete. Mando, stand down.
Yes.
Hook. Tinkerbell.
Wow.
Oh.
Well done. I did not know she was in that. I've
You're
not seen
good.
Hook. Great
She-
work. Mandy.
Yeah, that's really good. August Osage County.
Wonderful. Very good.
Did we do that on the film? I think we might have done that on the film board.
Did we?
that might be the one I was thinking of.
now. That
Yeah.
huge
Right. Oh,
around
God.
the table scene is one of
Yeah.
my favorite things in all
Yeah.
of cinema.
Or maybe it's just you
Done
picked it
so
before.
many.
God, she's. I think I'm tapped. I think I've got nothing else.
Mandy?
So I need one more, right?
I sort of made up that rule at the last second, but yes.
I know there's one with Tom Hanks, and it's like a dude's name.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's not Larry King.
Nope.
Little
Based on an Aaron Sorkin script.
Larry Crow? Larry Crown? Larry
Oh,
Crump?
not based here. You're talking about a different one. Yes, Larry Crown. You're
Larry
exactly
Crown.
right. I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about a different Tom Hanks
Yeah.
movie. You're right.
And
There's
that's Charlie
another Tom
Parker,
Hanks
or
movie?
Charlie
Wilson's War. That's the
Charlie
Aaron,
Wilson's
Charlie
War.
Wilson's
That's
War.
the Aaron Sorkin
God.
script.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so it's tied up. This is, I guess, can we do one more to decide the winner? Okay. I'm going back to dudes, and I think this one won't be as insane, but maybe it will. We'll see. I picked Leonardo DiCaprio. Who went? I guess Mandy.
I have
you go
one.
first. Oh no, is this going to be really bad for you?
No, it's actually. I think I've got. No,
No.
they're coming. They're
Okay.
coming. They're
All right.
coming.
So, Mandy, you start, I believe.
Don't Look Up.
Correct.
Oh,
No, I'm
wow,
telling you,
Scream-
Tommy.
Sure,
Oh,
sure
no.
Scream a lot.
Oh, is
yeah,
that
no, that
Spider-Back?
was a good one.
Okay.
Inception.
Good.
One of my all-time favorite movies, What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh, why am I in his producing credits? That's not what I want. Okay, so Pete.
With what's his name? Brad Pitt. Doop. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Good.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Good.
Oh, I've been eaten by a bear. It's
Oh.
Revenant.
The Revenant. That's a movie that I will never see again. I found it so unpleasant in the movie
I never
theater.
saw it.
Yeah.
Titanic.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yes, I was going to say we have talked about some of these movies.
Yeah,
in
we
today's
just talked.
podcast.
We just talked about
Yep.
it. I'm gonna go with I'm Shakespeare, but with guns. Romeo and Juliet.
The Departed.
Departed. Yep.
Departed.
Hmm.
You made it Midwestern. That was good.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh, The Departed. Yeah. Oh, it's such a good one.
He's not here anymore. Did you hear? He left early this morning.
The Beach.
Yes. Good.
Revolutionary Road.
Yes.
What was that one?
Sad, slow, sad
Loved
people
it.
breaking up.
Oh,
Kate Winslet. Oh,
Kate Winslet.
so
hmm.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't look that come
Oh, what was the? Wasn't she in the? Was it the Sharon Stoney westerny dead kid? Quick and the Dead.
Correct.
How about that?
Correct. Early on.
Aviator.
Correct.
Oh, so good.
I have to
Oh,
write them
man.
down as they come to me, or then I forget them by
Yep.
the time it's my turn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, what else did he do with Tarantino? Django Unchained.
Mm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Boy's Life.
Correct.
Don't you? Oh, didn't you? And was it you and JJ that did the weird movies episode special a long time ago? Mindbenders.
Yeah.
What was the one? Wasn't he in one of those?
Yes. He is in a
was
big
it
mind.
Shutter Island.
Very correct.
Oh,
Very correct.
Good one.
You guys have the
I'm-
keys of the kingdoms with you because he is known for picking auteurs and working with them
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
And
right.
oh, you're saying that just as I'm drying up. Thanks, Tommy. Make me feel like an idiot. There's got to. Gangs of New York.
Correct.
Haven't we done all of them?
No.
Like, isn't that it? We've
Nope.
exhausted.
Nope.
The Tom Hanks connection. Catch Me If You Can.
Correct.
Oh, I love
Wow.
that movie. Titanic 2, Billy Zane's Revenge. You said we could do sequels. Didn't he appear in some flashbacks?
Do you have anything else?
I know I should. He's Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's Leonardo DiCaprio.
So I know I should, but I cannot think of one at the moment.
Peter, it's yours to win.
The Great Gatsby.
Correct. Well done. That was what they had again?
Wow.
And that was a game. I hope that was kind of fun. And you both did great.
I am really surprised because I'm usually really terrible at those things, and you picked the right people for me, I think.
Yeah, I tried to pick ones that had a lot of things in it. So I'm glad that worked out.
Some nice bounce. That was fun. That was really, really fun.
Excellent.
Were there any notable Leonardos that we missed?
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go into the hotly debated list challenge. So the list that last week gave us was best CG animal performances non-speaking. So that takes out of all the new like Nemos and Lion Kings and stuff like that. Right?
Well,
there's not a live action Nemo, but
there's not a live action Nemo.
Did I say Nemo? I meant Little Mermaid times. They're both in the water. And so we're going to be going these, and there is a huge chance that one of mine is going to be stolen. I'm already angry about it, but I don't think the other two will. So, Mandy,
I'm angry too.
You go first.
Okay, full disclosure, I didn't notice the non-speaking part until just a few minutes before. So my list was Paddington and Peter Rabbit, and I was delighted. And then I was like, crap. So I'm going to start, it's probably cheating because the movie's not out yet, with Cocaine Bear. You can tell right from the trailer, it's a brilliant non-speaking CGI bear.
I'll allow it, but watch yourself, Counselor. Okay, good. So you haven't seen it, so there's no more to talk about it. So I'm going to take mine that I'm afraid is going to be stolen right away because I don't want it stolen. Everyone knows I'm on board, even when these films started to go in the toilet, and I finally gave up on the last one. That old fence breaker himself, the T-Rex from all the Jurassic Park movies. He's the best. I love him.
I can tell you that's not a steal for me.
I'm going to change it to Baby Stegosaurus from Jurassic World.
In Jurassic World?
Yes.
All right. Now all of my picks are Jurassic Parks.
Baby Stegosaurus. Okay, Pete.
Okay. Mine is, this is not a movie that I enjoyed all that much. And I think it's a little bit weird, and it gives me anxiety that maybe, even though I know it's all fake, maybe I just shouldn't watch videotapes that are viral at all. I am talking about the stags that destroy the car in The Ring 2.
The Ring 2. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's rough water, but I don't remember.
She's driving along. What's her name? Australian
Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts with her kid, and her kid says, right? You did. You totally got it right. And the deer is in the street, and it's a total CG deer, but it looks pretty good. Like, if you take the fact that it doesn't look like it belongs in that world at all, it looks pretty darn good. And it kind of walks away, and the kid says, you gotta go. And then the car is attacked by the stag and another stag, and the horns are in the windows.
Oh, wow.
Blending the car up, and it's really, really horrifying. And it's that's my pick. The Ring 2. The deer are the worst.
I don't remember that movie at all, other than being one of the biggest disappointments in my life because I love The Ring
because you love
so
The Ring.
much. Yeah. Good one. All right. So far, we're all over the place. Mandy, you want to cheat again?
No. I saw this movie, which is going to shock both of you. That I saw this movie also on a plane, different flight.
Yep.
So I watched.
Did it make you cry?
Was it I Spit on Your Grave?
It did not make me cry. It is an extraordinarily violent movie.
Wow.
And Pete, when you edit this, you'll make me say extraordinarily correctly, right? That'd be great. This movie stars Brad Pitt and a CGI'd snake. It is Bullet Train.
Pete famously loves Bullet Train.
I liked it.
You do.
It was fun for what it was.
Yeah.
And I love Joey King, like love her. So it was fun to see her do this.
Yeah.
And that snake was CGI'd.
There's a snake in it? I didn't know there was a snake in it.
That's so funny. More Asian movies with all white people in it. That would be great.
Yeah. Well, for my second course, I don't know if either of
Uh-oh.
you, I know Mandy has not seen this movie. Pete, I hope you have.
Okay.
This is one of my current favorite directors, except the last movie he made, Men, was bonkers. It is the bear, the scream bear from the movie Annihilation. This
Yeah.
all takes place on a weird sort of, it's not a planet, but it's a zone where DNA mixes with itself, and a bear kills a woman and then inherits her scream. And so it's a bear that screams sort of like a bear woman, and it is straight up upsetting and incredibly, incredibly effective and well done. So I
For
know that's not
sure.
really fun for you, Mandy, but you have seen it, Pete?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
of course. Own it. Yeah.
It is, I think that movie is a masterpiece. It might be
Yeah.
like a perfect movie. And so
That's whenever anybody says anything to me that I need to pretend I didn't hear, I go,
Did you ever read the trilogy, Pete, real
No.
quick? The Southern Reach trilogy?
Nope.
I recommend it.
Worth it?
It's the
All
only
right.
books that are set that I read back to back to back. I've never done that before because I found it so interesting. Mandy, thoughts? All right, Pete.
Okay. I am going to pick, okay, this one is
Me
one that
too.
actually set a...
I'm just remembering that you did something for Rings too. It's making me laugh.
Yeah. Because deer are scary, man.
Deer are
Stop it.
scary, man.
Look, they're scary. Okay. This one actually was, we've talked about Darren Aronofsky. So I have to bring up a Darren Aronofsky movie.
Wait.
And that is Noah.
Oh, that's not one of my favorites.
Problematic, but let me tell you why.
Yes.
Because there are so many bonkers, so many animals, CG animals in there. And at one point, they do this wide pullback, and you have all these animals. There's 1,200 pairs of animals going toward this boat. And that shot set the record for the longest render in ILM history. A single computer would have taken 38 years to do that shot. Yes. And so I think that is worth noting.
That's great. That actually makes me want to go back and watch that super weird movie again.
Solid animals. Super weird movie.
Super weird movie. Remember in the Bible, Mandy, when the townspeople try to attack the ark and a bunch of rocks come to life? Nope. No one does. That's not in the Bible.
Frozen? The rocks came to life?
Darren Aronofsky's Frozen, otherwise known as Noah. Yeah, that's what happened.
The original title for the movie was Noah, so I took some liberties. Okay. Excellent pick. Mandy, take us home.
So this is a movie that you guys have not seen, I can almost guarantee.
The devil you say.
It is, I don't even know on what platform it came out. It came out during the pandemic, and it's based on a children's book that Casey really liked called Timmy Failure. And Timmy Failure...
Tubi? Was it on Tubi?
It's not on Tubi, but 30 Nights is. Timmy Failure is a little boy who's very quirky, and he creates a best friend who's a bear. And he sees the bear, and as you're reading it and as you're watching it, the bear is so real that you believe, like, wait, does he have a pet bear that goes to school with him and helps him navigate life? It's a really sweet movie based on a book, Timmy Failure, CGI bear.
And it's called Timmy Failure?
Yep.
Cool. All right.
That's awesome. You're right. Never seen it. Never heard of it.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Timmy Failure's bear. Can you hear the billiard tournament that's going on right above me?
No.
Okay, good. Hey, everybody. It's my turn now. And this is a movie that I respect. That is a straight up gurney. All right, I'm gonna ignore it. If you can't hear it, I'm gonna ignore it.
Oh my God, you guys! Flatliners. Julia Roberts.
Oh, go back, bring it back.
And for Morgan Freeman, Shawshank Redemption.
Oh God!
Oh,
as far as big ones, like I almost said, Andy was my friend, and then I realized that would have been This one is a movie. It largely takes place on a raft. It is beautiful. It is heartbreaking. And I had trouble with it because I wanted the young boy and the tiger to be fast friends. And instead, they are antagonists. This is Richard Parker in I am
The Life of Pi.
The Life of Pi. Where
man.
was I going? Thanks, Mandy F. Good looking out. I have no idea. I kind of wish you didn't correct me because I'm fascinated by where that title was going to go.
Right.
I am Legend. Weird.
And did you only watch it because you thought it was Darren Aronofsky's Pie?
Yes.
Spelled the same way.
And I was super hungry.
So my final pick is a movie that I didn't like that much, but because I had watched it with a bunch of movies that I liked even worse, I'm going to pick it to celebrate the wolves. And that movie is, wait for it, The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, Part 2.
You are knee deep.
Oh my goodness. We just finished recording our set of movies of the franchise of Twilight, and there's a lot of just bonkers stuff going on in there. But over the course of the 5 movies, the wolves got appreciably better. Like they really did do some interesting work making these giant wolves look more realistic in the world of, Mormon vampires. So the movies are there. I don't recommend them, but of all of them, this one, I had more fun with this one than many of the others. So
that's fun. That's a nice ending to it then.
Yeah.
I like that the writers of all of that were like, well, you've seen vampires, but have you seen them play baseball? Okay. So great job, everybody. They have that's why they play baseball together, and they're so strong, they have to do it in a thunderstorm because it's as loud as thunder. And there's this huge long sequence of vampires playing baseball. And I remember going, what's happening?
Their skin all sparkly. God love them.
Yeah, that was the first one. But the first one is of special note because it's all shot like here. Like I can get to the Hoke House, which is where the Cullens lived, without getting on a highway. Like it's 10 minutes from me.
Forks?
And Forks, weirdly, is a real town in Washington that they never shot a single bit in. Oh. They made up the rest of Forks. Like the high school in Forks is actually a high school in downtown Portland that they shot plates of and CG'd into Vancouver in the later movies with giant green screens.
Weird. No, not necessary.
It is just a weird Pacific Northwest thing. So the Twilight movies are what they are, but good times had by all.
Let's talk about what we're going to be talking about next week. I have to abstain because I am in next week's episode.
I'm in next week's episode too.
Oh my goodness! If only one of the 3 of us had something.
I have an idea.
Mandy, that's great.
What do you got?
Based on nothing, how about movies with perfect endings?
I love it.
We can anchor that. Didn't Tom just say perfect ending a moment ago to Twilight? How much he loves Twilight? That's a perfect ending. I think we've just grounded it in reality.
That's fantastic.
Go.
It all leads
world building
together.
# world building.
That's fantastic. Pete, what would you like to plug, if anything?
Yeah, well, don't watch the Twilight movies, but go listen to our podcast about them on the main show, The Next Reel. Andy and I just finished those, and we're moving on to the Thin Man series, which is a sweet relief. I'm very excited to talk about the Thin Man. What about you, Mandy?
Well, the Man Cave, although we are on a hiatus, we recorded a secret bonus episode for our Fandies. So if you go to mancave.com/Fandy and join us in our club, you can listen to a heated debate about Lacey Peterson again. We are on a true crime binge between us. And if you live in Los Angeles, I will say the next installment of my musical cabaret Miscast, Right Singer Wrong Song, will be January 22nd. I know it's far away, but if you live in LA, please come out. It's all for charity. Tickets are on Eventbrite.
Who's filming it?
It will be filmed by Tommy Metz.
I'd like to make a request. Do you take requests?
Yep.
I'd like Tom to sing The View from Here from Spirited. Please. Octavia Spencer's song.
I saw that.
Oh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy, I heard that was your favorite movie. Okay.
Favorite movie.
And we're out. Tom, what do you have to plug?
what's that smell? Our season 7 is coming up to an end right as we speak. And so there's just a couple more episodes. Then we're going to record our special episodes. And then there's going to be some real big changes, and it's exciting times here in America. Yep. Did I run out of steam a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay.
Don't forget, you're the one who said, if you're not yet a Panic Pal, become a Panic Pal, because you'll get us talking about hot sauces. We're
thinking that the challenge this time is hot sauces.
Yeah.
See Mandy's face? I told you.
Yeah. Last time was booze. The first time was saucy sauces. Now it's hottie sauces, and it's all an effort for you to punk or to like block me from making us eat bugs.
100%.
That's coming.
I'm never eating bugs,
someday.
but I will
If you would
eat
like
hot sauces.
a guest star,
I know. I brought it up to Pete. I know.
what I'm all about.
Yeah.
That
It's
is
there.
your.
hot
Well, I'm dropping
sauces.
it. All right.
But for now, this has been us. Do I have to say anything else? Mandy, thank you so much for joining us. You're the best.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
Hey, Pete, you are nothing to shake a stick at. Or do you want to shake sticks at? Whatever is the good thing. You're shaking.
I don't know.
Pete, you are more than meets the eye.
There
That's
we
right.
go.
That's-
Yes. I'm a gorilla with a sweet hiney.
And I'm Tommy, and you. Wait, Pete, you want to do your famous send off?
I don't have a famous send-off, Tom. I'm notably absent a send-off.
Really? Mandy, do you have a send off?
Send off.
All right. You've been Sat Madden.